Have you ever faced a situation where you need to sort or filter data quickly, but it feels like you're stuck in a maze? If that's you, then you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into fast sorting and filtering based on alternating values in data tables. I know how frustrating it can be when you're working with large data sets and need to find specific patterns or pairs. You're definitely not alone in this struggle. Many people encounter this issue when dealing with data tables. Here's the specific situation we're looking at. One user recently asked, "How can I sort my data table based on alternating values?" They provided a sample data table and mentioned the need to handle incomplete flows. Sound familiar? If so, let's dig into this together and find a solution. So what could be causing the confusion? Sorting based on alternating values can be tricky, especially when dealing with incomplete pairs. We'll break it down step by step so you can understand how to tackle this effectively. And don't go anywhere. I've got a pro tip at the end that will help you optimize your data handling for even larger data sets. To begin solving the user's problem, we will first create a key that represents the paired elements in the data table. This key will help us identify the rows that need to be ordered based on the reversed pairs. Next, the user should order the data table based on the newly created key. This will arrange the rows in a way that groups the paired elements together. Now we need to identify and remove the incomplete flows. The user can calculate the time difference between the rows and filter out those that exceed 30 seconds apart. Finally, the user should apply the filtering logic based on the number of rows for each key. This will ensure that only valid pairs are kept in the data table. After applying these steps, the user will have a clean data table with only the complete flows remaining. This process is efficient and suitable for large data sets. Did you know? The largest data sets today can contain billions of rows. Efficient data handling is more important than ever. Now let's look at the answers provided by other users. An alternative solution provided by a user simplifies the filtering process. They suggest using a logical condition to keep rows based on the time difference. Specifically, they check if the time difference is less than 30 seconds, or if the next row's time difference is also less than 30 seconds. This method is efficient and straightforward, making it easier to implement compared to the original rules. The user notes that while there are ways to enhance performance further, the focus should be on ensuring the solution meets the original requirements. Let's move forward and look at another answer. This user suggests an alternative method for identifying complete flows in your dataset. They recommend using the data table library in R to set keys for efficient sorting and grouping. First, they calculate the time difference between events using the shift function. Then, they identify potential new pairs where the time difference exceeds 30 seconds and count the number of events within each group. The user also explains how to filter the dataset to keep only those rows that form valid pairs. They suggest using conditions to remove singles or incomplete flows based on the count of partners. Additionally, they highlight some caveats regarding handling multiple events within the same time window. Here's the pro tip I promised. Always check your data for completeness before applying sorting or filtering. This simple step can save you a lot of time and headaches. And there you have it. You should now be able to sort and filter your data tables efficiently. Remember, understanding your data is key. If you found this helpful, hit the subscribe button for more tips. And don't miss our bonus pro tip on optimizing data handling.